Senator, what are your thoughts, especially when you look at, those very desperate Kenyans there, in an economy that is not giving them what they need, yet the MSME sector is asking for government policies. Juanito has highlighted a few, but what is your take?
When I saw the clips last night, I was actually heartbroken. I have always been disappointed about where we are as a nation. I knew, and I've always known that we've always been having, I think, was it last week when I said that our number of unemployed youth are quite high. If today I was the president of this republic, this is where I would start by sitting down with the team that we are working with to come up with 1, 2, or 3 solutions on how fast you create interventions on this matter. All right, some of you go to the UN Development Report on interventions which can be held by a country that has got a problem. Most of the countries in Africa, and indeed this whole exercise started in Europe. There's something called the universal income approach. The universal income approach is, should we look for a social welfare system on how we can take these people and begin to look for a way on how we are going to give them some revenue, where they are now slowly going to become, just like when you talk about this thing that you call the Hustler Fund. Of course, you're going to get 500, 1,000 shillings. But we must come up with interventions on how we are going to put revenue into the pockets of these young men. Number 2, we also need to, when I was going to school, we didn't finish university until you were 24. I now understand why it is. Most of these guys you see here, they are not above the age of 21. We went through school, then you finish school, you're 21 and you're at home. I'll give you a case like in Kisii County. You'll find we have got a parent who has got 5 children. Sammy, 3 of them somehow, one maybe went to university, one finished somewhere, class 8 or Form 1, the rest are at home. You have got a family of 7 people who are stuck at home. They can't even feed themselves. This is the scenario we've got. Now, we are going to recruit people and we want to take them into Kenya Army. Look at the desperation, the pain. You would think these guys were going for a football match. And yet, in reality, this is where our country is. And me, I keep on pleading to our brothers in the KK Alliance, because they're the ones in government. Please think fast, very, very, very fast. These young men and women you see here are so depressed. The government must come up with solutions. Are we going to coordinate and organize for, like Bill Okero was saying, do we need to introduce stimulus packages? Yes, but the problem you have is as you're introducing stimulus package, you are then introducing taxes. So when you're trying to solve a problem by suggesting what can be done, you create a problem on this issue. Number 2, Sami, for those people who are in leadership and the people who are managing our country, I hope they understand that that is what corruption does. Sami, I can tell you, if you look at the Auditor General's report, where the Auditor General is saying you're talking about 400, 300, 400 billion shillings, which goes into wastage. I wish and hope that my colleagues in the National Assembly and the Senate could see these clips. That is when they're taking these flights in aeroplanes. You know, my brother, let's talk the truth. Our colleagues are taking trips abroad. They don't work. They're not coming to the Senate. They are not coming to the National Assembly. We are spending 26 billion shillings a year traveling the world. Look at those boys and girls who are there in that. What could 29 billion do? These are the issues. I mean, unless we begin to critically analyze where our country is and stop this nonsense of we keep on pretending. We hope that this thing is going to go on like this and nothing will happen. No. At some point, it's going to collapse. Tell me, these people are in Nairobi. They came for recruitment. Mm-hmm. They live in this city. Soon, what is going to happen to them?
Well, when you say your colleagues are traveling, who do you mean?
What do you mean? Sami, most of the money that is given to parliamentary, ask this guy, is my friend.
So your colleagues?
Yes.
On the majority side?
Exactly. And no, both sides. Members of parliament have never understood the sensitivity of how we are wasting money.
Some.
We are wasting money and resources. Let's be honest with it. Everybody has been saying, let's cut on our wastage. Let's come up with policies that are going to be substantively impactful to the poor people, the vulnerable. Let us make sure that we think on how we are going to reduce the cost of living. It's a reality. Out here, there are people who can't afford a single meal, including those boys and girls you saw who have gone for recruitment.